Hi everyone, Karen here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's forecast and spiritual insights for Monday the 15th of March through to Sunday the 21st of March 2021. So we have some beautiful energy that's coming up for us this week. We are heading into the Aries season on the 20th or the 21st, depending on where you are in the world. And this is a time for new beginnings. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so we're starting fresh with a clean slate. It's also a time to find your inner strength and to ignite the fire within you. What is it that you are passionate about? What is it that excites you? What is it that you are feeling that drive and that passion to do in your life? And this is perfect energy, especially being a fire sign. It's good for me, being a Sagittarian, fire sign, love it. To tap into that element, to tap into the fire element. And you can do that by, spending some time in a gentle meditation, lighting a candle and just staring at the flame of the candle, allowing all of your attention to focus on that flame. And then when you close your eyes, it's a bit like when you look at the sun and you close your eyes, you can still see the sun. See if you can still visualize that flame with your eyes closed. And even just saying, thank you for awakening in me the element of fire to support me in having the courage to face my fears and walk or run or move towards my goals. And that's really the essence of the energy of moving into the Aries season. And of course, this week, thank goodness, there are no major planets in retrograde. So the whole of the cosmos is working to support us in moving forward, in moving toward what it is that we do want, rather than feeling the fear of what we don't want. And so how can you push past those fears? And I've said this many times, fear serves a purpose. It is a primal instinct that is hardwired into us to keep us safe, to stop us from doing something that would cause us significant harm. However, in our Western society, in our current societies, we are so caught up in our busyness and we are so caught up in our stress and our anxiety and our to-do lists that the fight or flight response never really gets a chance to switch off. And so a way for you to face your fears is to do exactly that, face your fears. One of the ways that I like to do this is to write down, what am I most afraid of? And then I write whatever that is. And then I speak to the fear itself. Okay, fear, thank you for revealing to me how important this is to me. So let's just say, for example, you're starting something new. Of course, we all feel uncomfortable in starting something new. However, the fear that is coming up for that, what is underneath that fear? What is the cause of that fear or the thoughts of that fear? Perhaps that may be, am I going to do a good job? Am I going to know enough? Am I going to let myself, my loved ones, and my workplace down? What is that really revealing to you? It's revealing to you how important this job is to you, how much you want to do a good job, and how important it is for you to do well, to be accepted, to be acknowledged, to be recognized. And so what you can then say to the fear is, thank you for revealing to me how important this is to me. Thank you, fear. What would you have me do? And then write whatever comes up with that. Acknowledge it and say, again, thank you, fear, for showing me this. You have been doing such a great job in attempting to keep me safe. I've got it from here. Because at the end of the day, there is always a underlying belief, thought pattern that is contributing to that fight or flight response, contributing to that fear. And so fear serves a purpose for us. However, we are so habitually in that state of fight or flight that fear is in overdrive. A way for you also to settle that fight or flight is through the breath. So breathing in for 4, holding for 2, breathing out for 5. Another way is to receive a healing, to see a healing practitioner. You may like to sing. Perhaps when you're singing and you're singing songs that you love, it like puts you into that. It might be your happy place. What is your happy place? What is it that you do that when you're doing it, you feel like you lose all sense of yourself? Time stands still. You're in the zone. Another way to switch off your fight or flight response, and we can use the candle as an example, is to sit and focus all of your attention on that flame. Focusing all of your attention on that flame and staring at that flame. And you might like to notice the color of the flame. You might like to notice the way that it dances and moves. And you may even find that under your intense attention and awareness, the flame dances for you. That's my personal experience. But in that moment, you're becoming very present to what is right in front of you. There's no space to be projecting out into the future or thinking about the past. There's only right here, right now. Coming up this week also on the 20th and the 21st of March, depending again on where you are in the world, or in the stratosphere, or in the cosmos, or whatever you want to say, the universe, we also have the equinox occurring. So 2 powerful events are happening this week. We have the beginning of the Aries season along with, or aligning with, the equinox. And this is a sacred time of balance and harmony and unity, and a time also to really get grounded and connected to Mother Earth. That may be that you stand on Mother Earth with no shoes on. You may take a walk on a beach, put your toes into thick, luscious green grass, go for a walk in your local park, your national park, a forest. You may even like to really connect with a flower that gives you a deep sense of appreciation for the beauty of nature. Sit with that flower. Smell the flower. Notice the texture of the petals, the colors, the shapes. How does it make you feel when you're sitting with that? There's so much healing available to us from nature. Each plant has its own gift for us as human beings. Each tree has its own gift for us as human beings. I remember many, many years ago, I planted gerberas in my driveway. And it was such a beautiful experience. I was out there under I think it was a full moon or a new moon late into the night, planting them into the ground. And I really felt that sense of magic and the elementals of nature around me. And the next morning when I was reversing out of my driveway and looking at these beautiful gerberas that I had planted, it literally felt to me like I could hear them singing. I could hear and feel the joy that was exuding from them. So nature has much that she can teach us. And she offers us free of charge. It's free to sit in nature and allow ourselves to be open to receive the healing that she is wanting to give to us. And I just feel that that's a really strong way, a really powerful way for you to ground and connect to Mother Earth. Also, during the equinox, the veil is very thin. So it's much easier for us to connect to our higher self, connect to spirit realms, whether that's your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, your spirit guides. It's a beautiful time to sit in meditation and journaling. For myself, I find, doing a meditation, inviting the presence of my guides in, my guardian angels, and asking them questions. What is it that I most need to know right now? What is it that I need to do or can do to strengthen the relationship that I have with you? What is it that I can do to strengthen the relationship with my heart and my soul? And then I just write whatever comes through to me. Also, we have Mercury. I'm sure it's Mercury. I did have notes here. I'm sure it's Mercury. Yes, it is. On the 15th, Mercury enters Pisces. And so we are invited on the 15th, around this time, really from now moving forward, really all of the time, but with the influence of Mercury, I'm being shown a vortex. It's like a vortex of energy that's coming down. And so this is a time to get out of our heads and into our hearts. And so a way to do that, and I've taken you through this before as well, is to place your hand on your heart center, your heart chakra. When you do, you're activating your heart chakra. And remembering where our attention goes, our energy flows. So placing all of your attention on your heart center and feeling the rise and fall of your chest with each breath that you take. And if your heart chakra was revealing herself to you, what would that look like? If you allowed your heart chakra to reveal herself to you, what would the shape be? What would the colors be? What would the light be like? Is it moving or is it still? And sending some appreciation and gratitude to your heart for the ability to love, the ability to give and receive love, the ability to forgive others and yourself, the ability to feel compassion for others, the ability to have empathy for others' suffering, for the ability to feel your emotions, for the ability to hear the wisdom of your heart. That is being in your heart, right there. Not thinking, trying to solve problems, trying to make things happen, worrying incessantly about things that you don't have control over. That's all head stuff. So my invitation to you is to practice that right there that I just took you through as often as you can. Definitely morning and night, but you may like to do it during the day as well. So while we're here in this position, theta download, would you like to know that it is possible to connect to your heart's wisdom? That you know how and when to connect to your heart's wisdom. And you know it is possible to hear and feel the wisdom, the voice of your heart through the eyes of the creator of all that is. And that you know it is possible to do this at any time that you choose to. Would you like to know that it is possible to feel your emotions in a way that serves your best and highest good? Would you like to know that it is possible to look forward to the future, to set the goals, to create, to manifest all that you're wanting to achieve in your life, and that you are worthy of receiving all that you're asking for, and that the universe, the creator of all that is, life, is moving around you to support you in achieving all that you're wanting to achieve? And would you like to know that it is possible to hear the voice of your intuition and your higher self? And that you know how to receive that intuition, and that you know what it feels like to take action in a positive way when you receive those intuitive messages and nudges. To receive this download, say yes now. Take a deep breath in. So by now you've most likely heard me talking about the archetypes, and this was a framework that I studied during COVID in 2020. I don't know why I did that in inverted commas. My life's journey has been a quest to discover who I am, what makes me tick, what makes people tick, what makes us human, why do we do the things that we do, why do we behave the way that we do, why do we think the way that we do. And this is, almost an obsession that I have with the subconscious mind and our thinking. However, learning about the Thrive Factor archetypes and becoming a certified Thrive Factor profiler allowed me to tap into aspects of myself that have really been with me throughout my whole life. And this is archetypal psychology. So they're elements of our personality, our characteristics of who we are at our core that never change. We're born with these archetypes. And so each week I'm going to take you through each of the archetypes. So the first one that I'm starting with is a beautiful Advocate Rescuer, and she is actually one of my archetypes. She is all about equality. She's a voice for equality, and she is the Queen of Compassion, the Kuan Yin goddess energy, the Mother Teresa energy. She has a beautiful, big heart. It's a sensitive heart. She feels everything on such a deep level. She feels love for everybody. It's a beautiful, unconditional, loving heart. She's non-judgmental. She's inclusive, but she is a yes woman. And this is, I joke and say I'm a recovering people pleaser, and I can see now that my Advocate Rescuer archetype has been a big part of that. Not being able to say no because, fear of letting other people down. She has an incredible drive to help people. She's an advocate for causes, for animal rights, she's the voice for people who cannot speak for themselves. And if she's not an advocate in that, then she's supporting a cause in some way. She really struggles to set boundaries. So learning to say no with love and setting healthy boundaries will well and truly serve her. She has so much of a drive to help others. It's almost, I can attest to this, it almost feels like it's something that you cannot ignore. If ever there is somebody that is in need, it's like, I have to help this person. I have to help these people. I have to do something to help. And one of the greatest lessons that she has taught me is that not everybody wants our help. And so learning to wait until we are asked for our help, our assistance, our advice will definitely serve you very well. it's served me very well. It's not been an easy lesson for me to learn because it's something that's so ingrained in your psyche that you do it without even thinking, is that drive to help others. Learning to love and be kind and compassionate to herself is the greatest gift that we can give to ourselves as advocate rescuers. And, you know, she literally feels, she's so empathic. She has such a sensitive heart that she feels physically the pain of others. And so this is where I can see in my life that, you know, the desire to solve or fix the pain in others has on some subconscious level been so that I know now, so I won't feel that pain when I'm in that person's presence. Again, that's not an ego-driven desire. It is hardwired in the advocate rescuer to ease the suffering of others. And she has been a beautiful teacher for me in compassion for myself, and compassion for others. And so the thing to ask yourself is, what can I do to support myself? Because it's easy to look for validation and recognition and thanks outside of yourself. But what are the aspects of you, your qualities, that you can recognize within you? And that's what will support you if you do have the Advocate Rescuer Archetype. Of course, you can book in for a Thrive Factor profiling session with me, and that is via my website. And you can find out how many archetypes you have and who they are. You may have the Advocate Rescuer Archetype, along with a few others or several others. We have anywhere between 3 and 6 as a general rule. I myself have 4. All right. So for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you got the love. I love spirit. I love the universe. You got the love. Codependency and boundaries. Of course, this is coming up. And this is something as an advocate rescuer that I myself have experienced. I have had codependent relationships in my life, and I've struggled very much with setting boundaries. What is the fear in setting a boundary? You know, what is it that you're afraid of if you say no? What is the message that you're giving to those around you? Okay, I can continuously come and use your services. I can continuously, you must be available for me 24/7. I can treat you the way that I want to treat you because you haven't said that it's not okay. This is where setting healthy boundaries is so vital for you right now at this time. Because if your cup is empty and people are wanting more and more of you, and you keep giving, eventually you're going to become resentful, and you may even turn that resentment on those that you love or yourself. Who are you really serving by not setting healthy boundaries? It's almost like each time that you set a boundary and you step over that boundary or you drop that boundary, you're anchoring negative behaviors in others. Where can you enable or empower people around you? It's more empowering to ask somebody else what it is that they think they should do. It's more empowering to stop continuously trying to save everyone around you, because how are they going to learn to stand in their own strength? And this is all about tapping into your own inner strength this week. Who are you so dependent on? Where are you placing your identity? Who or what is a symbol of your identity right now? And are you separate from that? Codependency feels awful. It feels anxious. It feels desperate. It feels like a neediness of, I need to be with this person or this thing or this situation in order to feel of value. You are being asked this week to tap into your own inner strength, to really focus your attention on aspects of you that you can appreciate and value. And in doing so, that will empower you to set the healthy boundaries that you're being called to set this week. And you've got the love. There is love within you. In every cell of your body, you are wrapped continuously in the unconditional love of the universe. There is stardust in your DNA. There are tree cells in your DNA. You are an important and a vital element, aspect, expression, and representation of this divine universe. There is love available for you at any given moment when you turn that attention inward and say, thank you, I love and appreciate myself. Even having a visualization of your inner child. Sit and visualize your inner child sitting on your lap, holding him or her in your arms and telling him or her how much you love them, how much you appreciate them, how wonderful they are, how special they are, and that you will keep them safe. And you may even want to say, I'm sorry that I haven't done the greatest job up until now in protecting you and keeping you safe, in telling you and letting you know how much I love and appreciate you, but it is my promise to you from this day forward that I will do this every day. Wednesday and Thursday. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. I love this. And we're not for everyone. You may find that you are so excited about what it is in your life that is lighting you up. You may feel the desire to share it with everyone. Not everyone is ready to hear that. Not everyone is ready to be in your presence of light. If we think about polarity, let's just contemplate that for a moment. Let's just consider for a moment that you are in your alignment. You are feeling positive about the future. You are tapping into your own spirituality. You are really feeling the beautiful presence of the universe in your life. There may be new ideas that you're being exposed to, new thought processes, new creations, new teachers. And all of this is bringing a sense of joy into your heart and your life. And of course, that is sparking a light within you. So you're shining. Wherever you go, perhaps you may not see it, you may not recognize it, you may not be aware of it, but there is a light within you. Excuse me. And this light is radiating from deep within you. It's shining out in your auric field. There's a lightness in your words, how you live your life, your choices, and perhaps life is flowing very well for you. When you're in the presence of somebody who's stuck in negative thought processes, they're in a rut, they're just not feeling like they have the strength or the tools to be able to change their life. And they're looking at you and sensing and feeling and seeing this brightness. And what that's doing is perhaps magnifying to them all that's not going right for them in their life. So being in your presence is uncomfortable. And that's not about you personally. That's not a reflection of who you are. It just means that all they will equate to is when I'm around this person, I feel shit about myself. When I'm around this person, I start to judge myself and I feel less worthy, or I feel like I'm not enough when I'm in the presence of this person. And that's not anything you're saying. That is just you are where they want to be, even though they may not know how to articulate that. They may not even know that themselves. All they know is I feel worse about myself when I'm in this person's presence. Of course, we don't stay in the presence of people that may be saying negative things about us. I'm talking on an energetic light scale. So do not take it personally if you're not someone's person, because that just means the next person may very well be. It's okay that we're not for everyone, because we're just not. We're not energetically aligned. We're not spiritually aligned. We're not socially aligned. And that's okay. It's all okay. Do not take it personally. Find the people that do fit, who are more aligned to you and where you are at in your life right now. Saturday and Sunday. I know I'm not for everyone. And that's okay, because I get to spend the time with the people that are happy to be in my presence. Saturday and Sunday. The great serving. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So this is a beautiful lead in. If you're feeling anger, if you're being triggered by people around you or situations around you, stop and ask yourself, what is there for me to learn here? Really have that self-inquiry. Be curious. Well, why am I angry? What is this? What am I really angry about? Perhaps there's a thought process that you have that's contributing to that. Perhaps you're connecting a situation to something that's happened in the past that's not really relevant right now, but you're responding to that. Anger for many, many years was my protector. It kept me safe. It helped me defend myself, which is just an illusion also. I had this belief from such a young age that I would get in before anybody got me. If I was angry, then people would stay away from me. People wouldn't come near me. And also too, for a long time, the only way that I could express myself was if I got angry enough. And then it's just an outburst that nobody hears anyway, because it's just noise. So this is where you're being asked to really check in with, how is anger serving you? Is it your crutch? Is it your habitual emotional reaction? Where are you in conflict? Is it internal conflict? Is it external conflict? And really investigate, what am I defending? How am I trying to prove that I'm right? Why do I even feel like, unless you're in harm, unless if you're in a situation where you are potentially at risk of harm, then you need to seek external advice. But everybody should anyway. I know I have people that I go to. When I can't shift what I need to shift, I have people I trust that I go to. Everybody needs somebody. However, you can do the internal work by asking the anger what it is that it wants you to know. How is it serving you? What is it teaching you? If you're being triggered by people, what are they mirroring to you? What is within me that I'm not seeing that I need to see right now? And asking, how can I soften my reaction, my response, my heart? And something that has served me very well is, universe, thank you, universe, for revealing to me how you would see this. Show me this through the eyes of love. Show me how to see this through the eyes of love. Show me how to respond to this through the eyes of love, the heart of love, through your unconditional love. So I hope that that serves you well. As always, please be kind and gentle with yourself. Have a beautiful week. Namaste. Blessed be. Speak to you next week. Bye.